Welcome, everybody. This is ERT News, the holiday edition. Anton, we've reached this time of year. 'Tis the season. How's it going?
Tis the season, the special holiday edition where we all get to wear our favorite sweaters of the year. Don't ask me the backstory of this. Some lovely grandmother somewhere in the world did puff paint, and it's been with me for a decade plus. So here we are, Jenna. Look lovely as always. Shall we jump into our holiday edition?
I'm so excited too. We just want to kick it off by saying, of course, a thank you. All of our gratitude to our community, all of the advisors, the accountants, the specialists that really come together to make this community work, to make the virtual family office work. We've had a ton of growth, collaboration, the building of trust together. And we really just have such an appreciation to everyone that has shown up this year in 2025 and continues to show up every single day. And just a few of our wonderful members, specialists, and accountants here.
Yeah, I think really well said. The holiday is a wonderful time to say thank you. We appreciate the work of everybody, internal and external team.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, year in review, 2025 highlights. So, high level, we definitely saw the impact of what we've all been building here for the last 11 plus years increase. So, more proactive planning conversations, more proactive planning engagements than ever before, stronger in addition to more advisor and accountant partnerships, more clients served through a coordinated virtual family office model. And a couple of highlights from the year, we had the Fusion Lab almost a year ago. So
No.
11 months ago in January of 2025, we had the Fusion Lab. And then in June of 2025, we had our first virtual family office collective. That was the rebrand of the Elite Growth Academy. We improved significantly our virtual family office specialist diligence and review process. We brought in Tim Gacy, internal CPA, to assist with Tracy Miller in the review and diligence. We also engaged on retainer a third-party law firm who specializes in that, Mick Law, and just have gone a lot deeper in the VFO specialists. And we've added some phenomenal specialists this year. So nearly 24 new VFO specialists and also removed specialists that we heard just feedback from the community that they didn't feel like they were up to the standards of what we want to be building together. We built out the virtual family office services team. So the first time in 2025, not only did we have Tracy Miller as the VFO liaison, Tim Gacy as the director of advanced tax planning, we also had two proactive facilitators, a proactive coordinator, and really just delivering a more, I think, robust service, as well as putting us back on the field to help you guys that are building your team actually share some of our experiences and our feedback. We released the CIQ 2.0, which is a shorter, more condensed, but true focused on the 5 areas of the virtual family office, and have had pretty unanimous positive feedback on that CIQ 2.0. And then probably the last major bullet point I'll touch on is the launch of the 2 fast track programs. So in the summer of 2025, we launched the virtual family office fast track. And then in August, we launched the partnership fast track. And that's really where the VFO services team, I think, got to work. We've supported dozens of advisors and accountants now through that. And it's so exciting as we look into 2026 about what both the learnings from the fast track programs, for those of you that are already at a point where you don't need to leverage our team, you don't need to leverage the fast track programs. Well, great. We've generated a lot of experience through that, and we can share that learning with you. For those of you that are newer, maybe you don't have your own team, maybe you're still getting up to speed on everything. That's why the fast track is here. You can plug in and leverage our team and generate much quicker results. So really exciting year. And Jenna, I know you have a couple photos that you wanted to share on the next
I
slide.
do. And I just think this time of year is such a nice time to just pause and reflect. And just looking back at 2025, you going through those main initiatives that we've accomplished, just so thankful for the internal team and to all of the members of the community, the specialists that kind of helped us with all of that. And we just take a look at some of these pictures here, all of the fun that we had too out at Fusion Lab in January, which is always a great way to kick off the year. And then again, meeting in June at the collective. It just really goes to show that not only can hard work pay off, but of course the relationships you build. And I think this time of year is just it's really humbling and also just very, I don't know, it makes me emotional when I think about just how much we've done this year. And of course, super excited to what's to come. So, Anton, I know you have some things you want to share here for 2026, which is very exciting as well.
Sure. So overall, a couple big initiatives I'd say in 2026 or big themes. One is more individualized support and training to the community members. And that kind of goes hand in hand with actually the third bullet point there, higher standards for community, internal team, and overall execution.
Mm.
So really what we're looking at in 2026 is how do we actually slow down some of the growth and make sure that we are growing with the right type of community members. And when I say community members, I mean right type of advisors, right type of accountants, right type of VFO specialists, any other strategic partnerships. So more individualized support, more training, more focus on the individual's experience and making sure that we're not leaving behind anybody who came on board and bought into a vision. If you can bring the desire to the table, We will bring the plan, we will bring the vision, and we will work with you hand in hand as long as you can bring the desire. The second bullet point there are more tools to support advisors and accountant collaboration. So both digital tools, right, and elite marketing services, and some of the updates we're making to the website, and a lot of the behind the scenes tracking and support that we're improving through the integration of AI. In January, for the first time, we'll have our first AI integration specialist. He's going to be a data manager internally with us. And overall, just new internal team members that I think you'll notice really match our level of expectation for us as a team. And hopefully we can help support everybody in the community at a higher level. In terms of calendar updates, so we've got the Fusion Lab coming up in less than a month, January 14th through the 16th. That is in San Diego. If you're a Fusion member, we hope you'll be there. And if you're not, you still can participate in some of it through a live stream on January 14th. And we will be sharing that in the Catalyst community if you will participate there. We also will be introducing live quarterly training focused events. So back before COVID, there's a number of veteran advisors that remind me how valuable these quarterly events that we used to host were. At the time, we were smaller, so we could host them actually at our office in downtown San Diego, and people would fly out to them, and we'd sit down for 2 days, and we'd go over really the nuts and bolts, the fundamentals of the model, so we could help people master the basics and then build with confidence from there. And we'd like to reintroduce that. We'd like to reintroduce it in a virtual manner. Who knows, maybe even in person at some point later in the year. But we'll do it quarterly. The first one is going to be January 29th and January 30th. And it will be a 2-day training. Day one will be purely focused on the virtual family office and integrating and leveraging the virtual family office in your own practice. The second day will be purely based on partnerships, how to build those truly synergistic, profitable, enjoyable partnerships between the advisors and the accountants. So it will be a 2-day session, day one on the VFO, day two on the partnerships. And again, just focused on how do you master the basics, how do you learn the rules like a pro so you can build with confidence and ultimately break them like a genius. And then the third event, look forward to, is the VFO Collective. We've got June 25th and 26th in San Diego already on the books. It's reserved. We will do a special Fusion Mastermind Day on June 24th. And the early bird pricing, Miss Jenna Wilson says, ends December 31st.
That's right.
If you haven't got your tickets yet, we'll include a link. You want to include a link below the video, Jenna?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is the best time to get your tickets, as you know. So definitely snag them if you plan on coming out. Of course, they'll be available in 2026, but this will be the lowest price that we'll offer them for snagging them early. So very much looking forward to getting some more registrants, preparing for these events in 2026, particularly really looking forward to that first quarterly training virtually, right? Because I think we talk about it almost like a diet plan. And a lot of the times when you can come in and have a trainer with you live, that can really kickstart what happens right after that when you add it to your diet plan and your additional workouts and all of that good stuff. So that is, I can't wait to get out to San Diego in a few weeks, but that live training I think is going to be a really cool aspect to some of our members, just getting in there, getting started, jumping off that log.
It's funny you say the losing weight analogy. One of the things we're working on right now, literally right now, is just
Yep.
on it before we start recording, is a step-by-step 90-day plan, which will have specific items that if somebody attends the virtual training and they will just commit to 90 days doing some simple tasks every single week, and we're going to offer to hold your hand, meet with you weekly, no additional growth credits or anything. We'll hold your hand. We'll work with you through these 90 days. That at the end of the 90-day, based on all of the data we've seen now in 2025 and earlier, you'll have your virtual family office set up and integrated within your practice and your first paying virtual family office client. If you're focused on the VFO, or if you're focused on the partnership fast track, then at the end of that 90 days, you'll have your first engaged partnership signed, meeting regularly, and off to the races. So it will be literally step by step, check the items, 90-day road plan. And yeah, I'm excited to share it at that event.
It's funny because I feel at this time of year, some people slow down a little bit. They're already eating their Christmas cookies. They're hanging out over the holidays. And I think, Anton, you and I are like, we're still ready to roll. We have 90-day plans that we're creating. We've got a lot of really good stuff coming up. So the excitement really never ends for us. I think all year we keep this excitement going. And that's what I love about the ever evolving ERT that we have here. So yes, very much looking forward to 2026. And I think we can tie it back, of course, to the overall vision of what we have here at Elite. Anton, if you just want to remind everyone what those North Star components are.
I'm happy to. And this is fun. This has been tested quite a bit actually in the last few months. We have more strategic partnerships reaching out to us than ever before. We have private equity money that's been reaching out. And I think because family offices and private equity are getting more and more involved in the accounting space, they have been involved in the wealth management space, we're just on the radar a bit more. And there's been folks that want to have conversations about the future of Elite Resource Team and what the vision is. When would we consider exiting? They want to talk about how to maximize the profit and how to really turn it into, something where it's just like, no, let me make it really simple for you. Our goal here is not to maximize the profit of Elite Resource Team, is not to maximize the exit in 18 to 24 months. Like the goal here of what we're driven by is really a vision built around three priorities. One, to offer the fastest results for members. So when an advisor or an accountant can come into our community, if they again bring the desire, we can show them the plan and the vision to create the fastest results possible. So when you look at all other options, if this offers the fastest results, I think that's incredibly compelling. And we need to be able to do that in order to capture people that want to offer this type of value, but don't necessarily have the runway that it would have taken in the past,
Right.
6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 24 months. Like we really want to get it down to 60 days,
Yeah.
90 days. We want to offer the best training possible on two things: how to leverage a virtual family office and how to build incredibly strategic partnerships between advisors and accountants. It's the two things we know how to do, and those are our lanes. That's what we want to do. And why they're so related is they're the same coin, just different sides of the same coin. But they're incredibly synergistic when you can do those two things well: leverage a virtual family office and build partnerships between advisors and accountants. And we really want to be able to say, when we look in the mirror at night, we've built the best training available for either of those two focus areas. And then the third is to have the most valuable community. And I think people will join for the fastest results. People will join for the training, but what keeps people around is the value of the community, both personally and professionally. When I say personally, what I mean by that is the number of people that have said, it feels like this is a family. I've met some of my closest friends in this community. I've met my future colleagues. I've met business partners. Those are personal relationships that develop. So maybe they come because they want to generate more revenue, but at the end of the day, you don't generate more revenue by itself. You want to do it ultimately in a way that feels meaningful, both personally and again, professionally. And the professionally, obviously, is we want to show you how to build an incredible business that you're proud of, that you'd want to hire your kids into, that ultimately you don't feel this rush to exit just to make money, but actually you enjoy running. You enjoy your contributions to the community. So those are our three North Stars. And at the end of the day, when there's all the noise and everything, if we just boil it down to, okay, what decisions are we making in 2026? And do those decisions help us move towards at least one, if not two or three, of those North Stars? If they don't, it really doesn't matter how much money it makes us, then we're going to pass on it because it's not aligned with the bigger vision of what we're working towards.
Yes, very well said, Anton. And so true when it comes to what you said about the family that we've created with our members. And so we just want to say, to wrap it up here today, that we're wishing you all such a wonderful holiday season. All right. Well, Anton, it's been a wonderful year. ERT News, we're on about episode 20 here. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you, and I wish you as well a wonderful holiday. Thanks for all of the work this year, and very much looking forward to a very successful and impactful 2026.
Well said, Jenna, you too. And thank you to everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.